Okay. So yeah, so we're going off this way. We'll get outside the town and we'll call our pony. Alright.
Hello.
When we get to the boat stuff too, we'll probably kill a bunch of ships, because apparently that's a really good way to get olive wood. And I want to stock up on like a shit ton of olive wood, so that we can upgrade our boat and have like a good stockpile for arrows and all of that. Ooh, a tree. Weird place for a tree to spawn, but I'll take it. I think that's kind of weird that you can just jump from literally any height you want.
Thermopyle. They say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes. You're a good hunter, Icaros.
I thought Icaros got that guy. Oh, I thought the fireflies were like loot dots.
If you close your eyes, you can hear them. Their final war cries, before every last one of those brave Spartans perished. Their voices were silenced that day, but their story will be sung for
I mean,
eternity.
everyone except for Leonidas, clearly.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans. What's on your mind, Herodotus?
The Battle of
Seeing as he was
Thermopylae
back
still
afterwards.
echoes in our hearts. But to stand here is to feel it in your bones.
There's nothing here but ghosts. My concerns are with the living.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
But how did he become the Wolf of Sparta if he died?
Herodotus!
I'm fine. I'm fine. The stories are true. That is the spear of Leonidas. The hero's blade.
What happened to Leonidas after the battle?
Xerxes was famous for honoring warriors who fought valiantly against the Persians. But Leonidas infuriated him so much, he cut off his head and impaled it on a pike.
Not the same one then.
A bloody battle ensued.
I guess.
And his remains were reclaimed by the Spartans and buried here.
I'm confused.
Now, however, he rests where he belongs.
In Sparta.
I'm confused. I'm guessing it's a different one?
What happened to the traitor, Ephialtes?
King Xerxes paid him well, but treachery breeds treachery. A contract was put on his head, and he died as he lived. A coward.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside Leonidas and his 300. But when the mighty king looked into their eyes and saw fear, he sent them home.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom or its king to the Persians. Leonidas made his choice.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I'd convinced myself was a dream. Until now. A peculiar structure on the island of Andros. Mysterious shapes carved in stone. Like nothing I've ever seen.
Oh no, that was
You
Nikolaos.
want to sail to Andros so you can show me shapes?
I was thinking the wrong
In
one.
my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient civilization. A people who came before. Your spear and that place are connected.
You mentioned a people that came before.
Okay, I was thinking the wrong
Who
people.
were they?
They were not gods, but they lived far longer than any mortal, and were far more intelligent. I've seen carvings in caves, strange symbols that suggest it was this ancient civilization that created humankind, and provided them with fire.
But Zeus blamed Prometheus.
Yes. Well, perhaps his eagle has been feasting on the wrong liver.
The spear awakened to you, Herodotus. I trust you.
You understand? I will do everything in my power to help you find your mother. I promise. But first, we must sail to the island of Andros.
I'll meet you at my ship.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path, just like they put you on mine. They work in ways beyond our comprehension, and all
Okay.
we can do is
Find and enter
follow
the
their
mysterious
lead.
structure. The
You
structure is
could be
located on the
right.
island of Andros.
Herodotus and
It's
I
in the
share
western
enemies
part
too.
of the abandoned
Like in
forest. A
Dinor.
huge door
She
protects
is.
the entrance.
What?
Is this what I found already? Oh no, Andros is... Where's Andros? Where the fuck is Andros? Over here. Okay. so we gotta go far. There's this dude over here, too. Let's go find this dude.
Part of a very powerful group called the Cult of Cosmos that controls the Greek world through the Oracle.
Control the Oracle! Impossible! Apollo would not allow that!
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
And I believe they will hurt others who oppose their views along the way.
By Hermes! The Oracle lost to corruption, and now this cult? Do we know who leads them?
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be my brother.
Your brother? By Zeus, your life is complicated!
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry, this cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies, and one of them fights like Athena and shits thunder like Zeus! We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon them!
Why are these boats just boating in circles?
Always. That's why I like you.
Poseidon, carry us to Athens!
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then! We're going to have to do some upgrades to my ship if we're sailing into war.
What do you mean?
Well, she's old, and perhaps not in the best condition.
You couldn't have said this before we set sail! Where in Poseidon's name are we going to get the supplies?
My father taught me that the sea takes, and we must do the same. Fortunately, there are plenty of pirate ships in these waters that we can board and take from.
What are we waiting for? Let's hunt some pirates!
Now that we have the necessary...
What is this? Pirate. Wait, we can upgrade already? Ooh, fire! Fire! Fire.
Poseidon.
Upgrading the braziers has unlocked powerful fire attacks for the ship. Build up firepower with regular attacks and use it to unleash fire attacks like the fire arrows.
Christ, she's in ramming shape now. I love this. We need to fire her!
Now the spear!
Steady your aim!
More speed! Here we go! Speed up!
Get speeding up for a hit, Commander!
Ready to shoot! Throw spear!
Oh no! Oh, I died. Oops.
Faster!
I was going to... This guy... Oh, what's this? Those who plagued these lands with chaos, war, and famine were known only as the cult of Cosmos. Okay. Do, 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 do. Did we actually get a better bow? Oh, this will be nice.
Lower the sail! You even know your way around the seas of Europe. Impressive.
It's an art, my friend. My father used to say,
I mean-
when Nix blinds you,
Wouldn't it, because they navigated a lot by the stars, wouldn't it have almost been easier to find their way at night?
but he was a man who always saw light in the
Just a thought.
darkest of places.
Then you take after your father.
We all do, whether we like it or not.
I mean, I'm almost leveled up.
The Bay of Marathon is the battle where a handful of Athenians pushed back the first Persian invasion. The great Themistocles. King Darius of Persia.
I'm not sure.
A site where the great Theseus slayed the vicious Cretan bull.
Oh, that marathon. Sails up! Get ready to fire! Now!
They're coming right at us! Back to your marks! We need to move before they hit us!
Run! Charge! Ow! They charged me. That's not fair.
They are headed straight for us!
Ready arrows!
They outnumber us, Commander! Alata! They are headed right for us! Captain, the Bestia is taking damage!
Ready your bow!
Don't waste arrows!
Ready for impact! Blaze on! Get the arms!
Nope. Dead end. Nope. That failed. That failed. Alright, let's try again. We need to stop dying. Good God. I'm gonna be like at 100 deaths before we're even 10th of the way through the game. Ugh.
Onward! Sails! Now! Oars at the ready! Sails down!
Oh, I need to mark this. That didn't go so well. I need to do more of that though, so I can upgrade my boat more. There's a lone boat.
There's something floating there. We can retrieve it.
There we go. There we go. My boat is running away. Stop. My boat was running away. Okay, let's see what I got there. That for sure is gonna be left behind. You're so mean. What should we upgrade first? This, I think. Let's start with that.
More oars!
I don't want to take on like the doubles. Dolphins! Look at the dolphins!
Cassandra,
Ah!
a question I've been meaning to ask you.
Go on.
Your spear. How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it back from the Battle of Thermopylae.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Incredible. And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you. Show you a power.
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be just before it happens.
This is a this is gonna be a disaster. We're gonna save. Because I don't think this is gonna go well.
That ship looks hostile. Should we move away?
No.
We've got a fight coming! Ready yourselves! Archers! We need you! Brace for impact!
This is not going well. Nope. I had a feeling. If it wasn't a hostile ship, it would be after that. Yeah, I know. I think there's too many. I think I need to get my boat stronger before we can take this guy down. Well, it's because he had like a whole fleet with him, right? So we gotta get our boat stronger.
Cassandra,
Like, look at all those people.
to ask you.
Go on.
Your spear.
Oh,
How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it back from the Battle of Thermopylae.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Incredible. And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you. Show you a path.
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be just before it happens.
Fascinating. This is just extraordinary. We are approaching the island of Andros, Cassandra.
Yes, here we can see the tomb of the greatest Myrmidon, Achilles.
I was more excited by
Okay.
the fact that Andros exports some of the most expensive marble in the world.
Is this the place with the rumored ancient civilization ruins you were talking about?
It is indeed. Look for a large gate.
okay. Oh. Ah.
Here it is.
Whoa. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look natural. coming! I think he's stuck. He was stuck!
A door? I've never seen anything like it before.
I just found a chicken egg in a box by an ancient ruin.
How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Ugh.
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know, Mater.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonida's spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Huh?
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Mother, I haven't forgotten you.
Oh. All I can think of right there is Horizon Zero Dawn.
By the gods, who built all this?
You're thinking Fifth Element? Like with the
How
whole
does a
like
place
Aloy
like
going
this
into
exist?
like the cauldrons and stuff. Definitely gonna have to do a playthrough of that again.
How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos?
It like eats the light. My torchlight doesn't go very far. those spider webs aren't burning.
Something's glowing over there.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
Oh.
Themos. The Forge.
I knew I let you stay in the Animus too long. Your vitals are crashing.
You don't understand. This confirms it. Cassandra didn't just have Isu technology. She had the means to improve it. Imagine how powerful the staff could be.
I admit, that could be an incredible find. But right now, I'm the doctor, and I take care of you. Now get some rest before you go back to Cassandra.
No time to rest. Abstergo goons could be tracking us down right now.
And the rest of us will be ready for them. If you burn out here, our mission will be done.
They told me you had a cheerful bedside manner.
Don't forget, we're a team. We'll back you up until you're finished your investigation.
I know. Kyoshi secured the loft yesterday and he's keeping an eye out. Elena's on call doing historical research.
And I'm here to talk if you're feeling any confusion from the Animus.
Always the therapist.
I think it's kind of weird that they all of a sudden went to a you pick your dialogue, like gameplay style.
So, Doctor, how do you feel now that we're closer than ever to the staff?
I believe this staff is important. But the Templars and Assassins have found staves of Eden before. Nikolai Tesla blew one up in Russia, if I remember correctly.
This is different. If what I saw in Egypt is true, this staff doesn't control minds. It controls physics, time. Imagine rewriting the rules of the universe.
The spear you found is right here, and it's not doing anything.
The spear's attached to a bloodline. Leonidas, Cassandra, and Alexios. They were intimately connected to it.
Are you sure you can use the Staff of Hermes, then?
No. But if the Templars get it, they won't stop until they find someone who can. So, what do you think of my new Animus?
You mean our new Animus? That's Abstergo equipment.
Which I've modified to within a millimeter of its digital life. It's an Animus console prototype, Raman variant, with the I/O capacities pushed to their max. Ultra portable with more calculating power than NASA and CERN combined. I'll go stretch my legs. Too bad we don't have access to the Abstergo gym anymore, huh?
Membership costs too much.
Join the Assassins. I'm so confused. I'm kind of really confused. They're talking about like Abstergo like getting on their ass, like getting on their case and finding them, and then they're talking about how they are with sounding like they're with Abstergo.
Eagles are fine and all, but a pet monkey would be even cooler. The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE. I should...
Oh my god, why? Canada, eh? I think we going to Canada? Bum, bum.
The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the assassins, I wouldn't.
Okay, so she does work for
I'm
the
still not
assassins.
sure I believe it. But a little luck and a lot of research later, and we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least, we would if I could publish it.
Kotuki under the doormat in case Abstergo escorted me out. Okay, so they're trying to find something in Quebec. Area clear, slipped first responder money. Nice work. Media's got their story. Managed to get the gold paint off, okay? Paint is a bother. It's the ringing in my ears. I can't believe you pulled that off. If you can't believe in a golden Kyoshi angel flying overhead, what can you believe in? Oh god.
Hier soir, un cambriolage a eu lieu à la basilique cathédrale Notre-Dame de Québec. Heureusement, les dégâts au bâtiment historique sont minimes. Le secrétariat de la paroisse rapporte que les malfaiteurs sont partis en laissant derrière la cible du vol.
Took a deep dive into theories about our reality being a simulation and ended up on the weird end of the internet. I'm just gathering information at this point. Not all that I've found has been useful. It's hard to imagine the world we know being another layer of the animus, but it makes sense in its own way. 10 religious artifacts with supernatural powers. Oh god, they put boobs as one of the tags. Jeez. Whoops. The heck? What just happened with this? Hang on. Okay, that was weird. Hang on. My camera just like fell off or some shit. Hang on. We gotta make sure we're ready for the kitty cam. There we go. Okay. You didn't see that they put boobs as one of the YouTube tags? It's right there. Was Herodotus an Illuminati puppet? Hey, we are a hive mind. I was in Egypt recently and out with some friends when the topic of reality as a simulation came up. It's a bit tinfoil hat, but an interesting theory. Does anyone have any academic resources on this? Here's an article about that, like, written 2 years ago. You might want to read up on Hans Moravec. Oh, I know Moravec's work from some studies I looked into on AI and transhumanism. I didn't know he also had theories related to reality being a simulation. He's a science guy working on it. If you want a philosopher, I'd check Nick Bostrom. 420 on April Fools. Oh boy. Sometimes I think I'm living in a simulation. I'll set things down and they'll move on their own. Sometimes I think I can see holes in my walls that just go nowhere. You mean windows? Is your house made of Swiss cheese? Oh God. Okay, and it said link broken. Still in training next time. Yes, but make sure he doesn't overwork himself off a recent tough mission. Assigned to mission, remember, if you kill her, then you'll be unemployed. Are you comfortable with that rate of accuracy? We're using a centuries-old text to supplement the DNA memory from centuries-old blood. Hopefully the gaps will overlap. Understood. Berg had a problem with simulations rated below 80%. Berg has a lot of problems. Officially a Hellenic Republic, historically Hellas. First signs of human ancestors, 270,000 BCE. Earliest civilization, 3200 BCE. Independence from Ottoman Empire declared 1821. Joined European communities, now European Union, 1981. Successfully part of the Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, Venetian territory, then Ottoman Empire. Mountainous countryside with Mediterranean climate, called the birthplace of Western culture by historians, and that is Greece. Herodotus, called the father of history, influential family. Herodotus was himself forced to go into exile in Samos, but then took part in the coup that overthrew Lycidamas, studied and wrote history/travel books, gave public lectures, gained fame and drachmae. Greatest work was his history, relies on interviews rather than records, which generally didn't exist anyway. Penguin, what are we doing? Accuracy disputed, but influence undeniable. His work is credited with saving a massive invaluable information on archaic and early classical Greece. His work is methodical and extensive. He wrote about Greece and surrounding areas. He traveled the Black Sea, visited the Scythians, and lived in Egypt for months. His books were like travel guides to the ancient world. True, though some of his work on non-Greek culture was specious. You mean that there wasn't a tribe of cannibals in India who threw feasts with their deceased friends as both guests of honor and the main course? I'll say a hard no to that. Let's hope his lost book doesn't include that kind of cultural glitch. From what I've been able to interpret so far, he does mention a group of ancient geniuses who sound suspiciously like the Isu. His lost book is supposed to contain the story of a heretofore unknown hero who was a descendant of Leonidas the First of Sparta, and we know the Spear of Leonidas is an Isu artifact. Leave it to the father of history to connect the dots. Rumored to be a powerful and deadly hand-to-hand weapon, Isu technology capable of multiple improvements, unpredictable mental effects, genetic memory storage, passed down from Leonidas first to his grandchild. Technically, it wasn't passed from him to dad. He dead, and his daughter took it, who then gave it to his grandchild. Who is Alethea? Humanoid and ancient, triple helix DNA and six. Penguin? I don't think people are here for ASMR. Oh, you disagree? Should we let chat answer that question? No? You're just gonna do it anyways? Yeah? Okay. Penguin ASMR would be so awkward. She just keeps walking in circles on my desk. Around and around and around she goes. Stops to rub against the mic every time she passes by it. Hey? What do you want? What do you want? Penguin, this isn't that kind of stream. Penguin seems to disagree with us here. The Isu say they created Homo sapiens to serve them, and who knows if they're wrong, if Sturgo classifies them as Homo sapiens divinus, though they waffle on whether they're gods or not. Sometimes individual Isu say they aren't, but usually they act like they are. They like to give themselves god names anyway. Do they give... Here's the real question. I would disagree with that. I don't think they gave themselves god names. I think they just have their names. And when they revealed themselves to humanity, because they had extraordinary powers, they were seen as gods, and people took those names and applied them to their gods. I would disagree with that phrasing. Right there. Wait, weren't the ancient gods named after... Yeah, exactly. Okay. It says it right here. Weren't the ancient gods named after them? It's sort of a chicken and egg situation. We know that the Isu had other names before they took on the ones we know. Like Juno was also called Uni. And just to check, Alethea is not a goddess name, is it? You got it, boss. It literally means truth. But if you ask Heidegger, well, not literally, he's dead. It means the disclosure of truth. He dedicated huge chunks of philosophy to defining exactly what that meant. What's the short version? Alethea is unconcealedness, as opposed to correspondence, which is truth as accurate definitions of reality, or coherence, which is truth as statements that are consistent with the rest of a reality. Okay, I think I'll leave the philosophy to you while I handle tech. Deal? Works for me. Hi, Penguin. The Capitoline Isu. So the next thing to realize is that there's Isu, or ISU, and then there's Isu. The main movers and shakers are, well, were the Capitoline triad: Juniper, Minerva, and Juno. These three were scientists who formed a team to save the world from being destroyed by a solar flare. They were like superheroes with ulterior motives. Jupiter and Minerva appeared to sympathize with humans, but really only seemed to make a move after the Toba catastrophe nearly snuffed us out. Juno was in it for the Isu, but mostly for herself. This is a whole, in case you weren't paying attention, here's a summary of the entire real-world story. One of those world-saving solutions was the eye that killed Desmond, wasn't it? Exactly. It works short-term, but long-term seems more iffy. If iffy is a word you can use when you're talking about the end of the world as we know it. Alethea did seem to imply that reality was shifting, or that multiple realities were shifting as calculations were made. I thought you were leaving me the philosophy. Could also be to catch people up to skip previous games or started here. Well, that's what I figure, and I'm not, like, saying it's bad. Come here. Come here. Do you want to be on a kitty cam? Come here. He's, like, literally sitting just off of where he would be if I turned the camera on. There you go. Oh. If I had the camera angled correctly. There we go. Okay, Penguin, I can't see the TV. I can't see the TV. Juno. So one of the most powerful Isu was Juno. She raised an army of followers trying to help her and her husband, Ada, get bodies. She wanted to move out of the gray, or a virtual existence, in some kind of spiritual tech hybrid afterlife. And the Phoenix Project was going to do just that. The plan was so dangerous that neither the Assassins nor the Templars could take it on alone, so we teamed up for a while. Layla, I heard about your colleague, Charlotte de la Cruz. I'm sorry. So am I. Weird question. So I know Mr. Berg used some special explosive to make sure there wasn't any DNA left. But wouldn't there be some trace of the Koh-Noor? I mean, you'd think some shards of such a powerful artifact would have survived. Alana, when Berg blows something up, he blows it up with extreme prejudice. The site is sterilized. So, another weird question. How did Kiyoshi, Galena, and Aaron get away then? Too soon, Alana. Too soon. I like that. We don't know much about this Isu except that he was one. The Greeks and Egyptians both worshipped him. His special followers called themselves Hermeticites. The god Hermes, particularly in the form of Hermes Trismegistus, was all about magic and alchemy, and his staff is the inspiration for the Caduceus. In theory, he met Pythagoras and gave him his staff. We're betting a lot on that theory. We've extrapolated that the staff is the key to the Isu equations of reality theory. Based on the information we got in Egypt, the Isu are convinced that understanding the mathematical rules of the universe is the basis to changing it. Are you convinced? I'm convinced it might be true, and that's enough to make that staff very powerful and very, very dangerous. Alethea. So who is Alethea? She, that's a guess, I didn't record her using any pronouns, called herself that. She has a grudge against the rest of the Isu for their godlier-than-thou attitude. The Isu unified front showed cracks before, like that time Minerva and Juno argued in front of Desmond, or when consensus reached through time, or when Consus reached through time to contact the assassins behind Juno's back. But this is a new level of insubordination. Fortunately for us, Alethea seems to be on humanity's side. Yeah, she reminds me of Martin Luther nailing his 95 Theses to a church door. Maybe this is the start of the Great Isu Schism. Or Schism. You've got a knack for naming things, you know that? Thanks, boss. Besides, she's a hacker. I like her. Hacking? Is that what she's doing to the retransmissions? Sorry, I realize that's more my department than yours. You heard the voice change, right? That's when the retransmission got hacked, replaced right under the other Isu's metaphorical nose. How do you think she did it? Good question. If you want to brute force the problem, try all the security programs until you find one, protocols until you find one that works. Then lock everyone else out so they can't undo your work. Or if you're analog, get a stronger transmitter, Mexican radio style. Alethia's big advantage is having all the time in the world to find a solution. Like Kansa, she seemed to be able to see multiple times at once and communicate across them. Or multiple realities. I only wish I could do that kind of multitasking. If anyone could, it would be you, boss. Okay. I don't think I want to worry with doing all of the emails. So we'll just keep up on it from here on out. What's this? Nothing. Okay.
Fascinating. Layla, can you believe we're meeting Herodotus himself?
I can. He sure does talk a lot.
Is there anything I can help you with?
So does what I'm seeing as Cassandra match your research? I had to tweak the animus to use what we have of the book as reference.
That book is a lost work by Herodotus. He basically invented the concept of recording history. And other figures are matching up too. Cleon, Pericles. The chance to see the past firsthand is why I joined the Assassins.
Most people would talk about justice or leaping across rooftops, but history's cool too.
I've loved history since my grandpa told me stories about his grandpa back in Ireland. He was an adventurer and sailor, so I'm continuing the family tradition. I feel so lucky.
You make your own luck, remember?
Why do people keep telling me that?
Okay, guys, give me one quick second. I'm just gonna go grab a drink really quick. Alright, comment. Just hold tight. Chocolate. Apparently not. We'll have to fix that next time we go shopping. What do you know about Herodotus?
So I've met Herodotus, but I don't know much about him.
He's brilliant. His histories are considered the foremost textbook of classical Greece. People have made their careers analyzing his words for some new perspective. To see him in his own world, walking in the polis, and... Sorry, but he's kind of a hero of mine.
This a little bit so
You can fangirl all you want.
Better.
Yay!
Hang on. And... I'm just trying to get a better angle here for the kitties. How's that? There we go. There we go. Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Much better.
If you need anything, just let me know.
Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou. Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth? How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Of course, I'll return to the Animus, then follow the trail Herodotus left to find the staff. But there's so many possibilities, so many choices. There's no way to know which ones are right.
All
You
he
used
did
to
was
run
move
part of
to
the Japanese Brotherhood. What would you do?
Take things one step at a time, observe then act, or kill everyone and search their pockets for answers. You decide.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi. I'll leave you to your work.
I'll report in if Abstergo drops by.
I don't even know where he went. We went to like the other chair that's right behind me.
I wonder if the Fry twins would still recognize London. A rooftop's still a rooftop.
Oh.
What? What?
Okay. A random raving rabbit statue? Okay.
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now? I get the impression you'll be there a long time.
I did everything already.
Yes. I'm ready to go back to Cassandra.
All right. I'll be watching your back.